Dave Palumbo here with RXMuscle.com, and I'm in Florida now, my official new home, and I gotta respond to some of the Kevin Levrone feedback I've been getting. You know, as everyone knew, I'm a big Kevin Levrone fan, big Kevin Levrone supporter. Matter of fact, I was such a big supporter that I actually predicted him to win the Olympia. Kevin and I were going back and forth, and I was seeing some shots, but I hadn't seen his whole physique. I already went through this before. Never saw the legs. Kevin kind of kept us in the dark about that. He showed up at the Olympia. I thought he looked great for 52 years old. I mean, you can't doubt the guy, but obviously he wasn't on the caliber of being able to place top 6 or even top 10 for that matter at the Olympia. His legs were very weak, and by his own admission, he wasn't really able to train them because he had some knee injuries. I see since then he's been going for PRP treatments. Look, I've done the PRP and the stem cells in my shoulders. My shoulders are never going to look like they did, no matter what I take and what I do, because I can't train them the way I need to. And I think that's the case with Kevin. I made a statement, I don't remember if it was on video or on my radio show, where I said, hey, if I train my legs for 6 weeks, they would look better than Kevin Levrone's on stage. And you know what? They probably would have. And I stand by that statement. My legs are good. Even with the quad tear, I still can train my legs. My upper body would never look like Kevin Levrone's. Even at my best, his probably still looks better than mine. So I'm not comparing myself to Kevin Levrone. What I was doing is trying to make a point that, you know, Kevin kind of deceived everyone. I know he wants a comeback. I know he's still planning to do something in 2017. Obviously, his body at 52 just can't bounce back, you know, the way it did when it was in his 30s or even his 40s. And that's just you know, you can call it genetics, you can call it chemistry, you can call it old age. Our bodies don't respond. You know, Sean Ray is Mr. Negative Naysayer, and he said it right from the beginning. But you know it's easy to say a guy can't come back in his 50s. That doesn't mean that Kevin couldn't. We hadn't seen Kevin. Kevin kept us all in the dark. Whatever his reasons were for building up the hype train, he is probably one of the more popular guys out there now. I don't mind feeding that because I think Levrone is a great talent. I like him. You know, we get along. I think he's good for the sport. He's good for the morale of the sport. But I'm going to call it like I see it. You know, just like I told Kevin, I was supporting him when people were saying, oh, he couldn't do it. I'm like, Kev, you could do it. Don't listen to anyone. Because I believe that if you can believe, you know, here's my shirt, desire summons life force. If you have the desire to do something, you can make it happen. And I'm not saying I think that Kevin, even if he continues to go on and he can get that knee under control, he might be able to get a better version of his physique back in 2017. Will it ever be good enough to win the Arnold or win the Olympia? Who knows? I don't ever say, when people come to me and they say, hey, Dave, how big do you think I can get in this offseason I'm doing with you? How shredded do you think I can get? I don't tell them, I don't promise them, brother, you would look like this. I don't say that because I always say, look, let's put no limits on it. You know, because once I tell you where you can go to, you'll never go beyond that. He would have looked better because I was his biggest advocator and I would have looked like a genius, but that just wasn't the way it was. And so don't get mad at me. Don't think I'm insulting the legend Kevin Levrone. If anyone's got Kevin's back, it's Dave Palumbo. But Dave Palumbo will also call it like he sees it, and I saw it on the Olympia stage, and I'm not impressed with Kevin's legs, and I think he's got a long way to go with them, and that's just the way it is. Like it, or love it, or hate it, I tell the truth.